situation. Give me a new way of looking at my circumstances. Get my mind ready for this year. Because when I get this year, there's going to be blessings. There's going to be miracles. There's going to be opportunities. Oh yes, there's going to be some struggles. There's going to be some challenges. There's going to be some tests. But even the struggles are an opportunity for me to show off the victory if my mind can handle the change.
At this point in my career, it's all about winning.
When Boston came a knocking, I was answering.
It's a different energy, a different focus, a different motivation. They talk about sky being the limit, but I think we can go a lot higher than that.
You know, things like this, you just don't plan it, it just happens. It just don't seem real.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun.
We're going to step into this moment. I will rejoice. I will rejoice. I will rejoice.
Hello, my name is Chase Jacobsen, and I did my AP Stats project on what is the association between an NBA basketball team's top scorers, points per game, and that team's winning percentage. I chose this project because I like the NBA, and it is one of my favorite sports to watch on TV. And this project allowed me to make a project where I truly care about the results and am curious to find what I find out about the topic. First, I put all 30 teams and assign them random numbers. I will be using the NBA stats from 2017-2018 season for my project. The first team chosen from the random number generator was the Orlando Magic. Their winning percentage was .305, and their top scorer was Evan Fournier with 17.8 points per game. The second team chosen from the random number generator was the Detroit Pistons with a .476 winning percentage, and their top scorer was Tobias Harris with 18.1 points per game. The third team chosen from the random number generator was the Portland Trail Blazers with a winning percentage of .598. Their top scorer was CJ McCollum with 25.3 points per game. The fourth team chosen from the random number generator was the Phoenix Suns with a winning percentage of .256, and their top scorer is Devin Booker with 24.9 points per game. The fifth team chosen from the random number generator was the Philadelphia 76ers with a .634 winning percentage, and their top scorer is Joel Embiid with 21.4 points per game. The sixth team chosen from the random number generator was the Chicago Bulls with a .329 winning percentage. Their top scorer is Lauri Markkanen with 15.2 points per game. The seventh team chosen from the random number generator was the Golden State Warriors with a .707 winning percentage, and their top scorer is Kevin Durant with 29 points per game. The eighth team chosen from the random number generator was the Charlotte Hornets with a .439 winning percentage, and their top scorer was Kemba Walker with 22.1 points per game. The ninth team chosen from the random number generator was the Washington Wizards with a .524 winning percentage, and their top scorer is John Wall with 26 points per game. The 10th team chosen from the random number generator was the Atlanta Hawks with a .293 winning percentage, and their top scorer is Dennis Schroeder with 19.4 points per game. The 11th team chosen by the random number generator was the Utah Jazz with a .585 winning percentage, and their top scorer is Donovan Mitchell with 24.4 points per game. The 12th and final team chosen from the random number generator was the Los Angeles Clippers with a .512 winning percentage, and their top scorer is Blake Griffin with 22.6 points per game. Using the team's winning percentage and top scorers points per games, I have plugged these values into my correlation calculator created on Excel for my AP Stats course, created by me. And through this, I have found a correlation of 0.606, and that creates an R squared of 36.72%. And this means that 36.72% of variance in team's winning percentage is determined by their top scorers points per game. This is a weak positive linear association, and the linear line created in the graphs would be y equals 0.0225 x minus 0.0276. However, I have found an outlier in my data set. The Phoenix Suns were an outlier. So I took out the outlier and calculated for the correlation in R squared once again. And for the correlation, I got 0.8096. And for the R squared, I got 65.55%, which means 65.55% of variance in a team's winning percentage is determined by that team's top scorers points per game. And this creates a more moderate positive association rather than a weak positive association. I have created a regression analysis for my graph, and my graph here is created from my data points from my NBA team's winning percentage and their top scorers points per game. And the x-axis is their top scorers points per game, and the y-axis is an NBA team winning percentage. And here is the line created in the regression analysis, and the line's equation is y equals 0.0225 x minus 0.0276, which means this y-intercept is negative 0.0276, and for every 1 point per game that their top scorer goes up, the winning percentage goes up 0.0225. And we have a positive weak linear association because of this outlier right here, the Phoenix Suns, at the x value 24.9, y value 0.256. And without this, we would have a moderate positive linear association. And it is also shown here in my residual plot. My x-axis is NBA teams' top scorers points per game, and my y-axis is how far the estimates are, how far the actual values are from the predicted values. And all the values are somewhat close to zero, except for the Phoenix Suns, which is almost 0.3 away from zero. In conclusion, my study was to look for the association between an NBA basketball team's top scorers points per game and the team's winning percentage. I randomly selected 12 NBA teams and calculated the association. The correlation came out to be 0.606, and the R squared was 36.72%. The R squared means that 36.72% of variance in a team's winning percentage is determined by their top scorers points per game. This is not a high correlation in R squared, meaning that there is a weak positive association. However, there is an outlier at x value 24.9 and y value 0.256, the Phoenix Suns. When you take the Phoenix Suns out, the correlation jumps to 0.8096, and the R squared jumps to 65.55%. This means that 65.55% of variance in a team's winning percentage is determined from the team's top scorers points per game. The association changes from a weak positive association to a moderate positive association. For my project, I ran into an outlier that I noted and solved for the correlation in R squared when the outlier was taken out. To extend this in the future, I would add to the amount of teams tested to get a larger sample size. Overall, I enjoyed this project because it allowed me to explore topics that interested me through statistics. I hope to do more projects like this in the future that I can enjoy and have fun with. Thank you.